Hi everyone, this is Rod Mercado from Financial Rescue. Welcome to my new show, Money Mornings, where we discuss a range of financial topics that you're most interested in. We cover all of your questions related to money, budgeting, tax and debt issues, retirement, financial planning, and investments, and ways you can maximize your money to be able to live the life of your dreams. And make sure to watch until the end because I'll be providing a free gift to you. For our question for today, the question is actually from Susan of Daly City. She says, "Hi Mr. Mercado, the pandemic caused me to go into a lot of debt in the last year. I need help and I'm considering debt settlement. How can this help me and what should I consider when I compare different companies?" Thank you for your question. First of all, I would just like to say that you are not alone. The pandemic has caused all kinds of financial hardships for the millions of Americans. Prior to COVID, 56% of Americans said that debt was negatively impacting their life. And since then, 51 million Americans have increased their credit card debt as a direct result of the pandemic. Remember, over the course of a lifetime, we all experience challenges, and what's important is not what happens to us, but how we respond to those challenges. I commend you for recognizing that you have a challenge and are taking the steps to overcome it. So with that said, let's dive in and answer your question. Debt settlement programs can be ideal for people struggling to pay off high-interest debt as a result of some type of financial hardship. There are many factors that can contribute to a hardship, like job or income loss, death of a loved one, needing to provide care for a relative, divorce, or medical bills, for example. You may be able to convince your creditors to accept partial payment on your debt on your own. But if you have a significant amount of debt, you may want to consider having a professional work on your behalf. A professional debt relief organization has some advantages that can usually result in a larger savings than an individual can accomplish working on their own. One being that they are simply more experienced negotiators. Most of these companies employ high qualified and certified consultants with years of experience in negotiating with creditors. Secondly, debt negotiation companies typically represent hundreds, if not thousands of clients simultaneously, and as a result can package offers to creditors often for up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Of course, the impact of this is that creditors will often agree to settle the debt for a smaller percentage than what is owed to receive such large payoffs. These companies take a fee for their service, but what you're paying for by using them is experience, leverage, and most of all increased savings, which typically far outweighs any program cost. The way most debt settlement program works is when you enroll in a program, you set up an escrow account which you control and make monthly deposits into it. Simultaneously, negotiations are undertaken with each of the creditors that you decide to enroll in the program. Once the balance of your escrow account reaches a level that can be utilized for an offer to your creditor or creditors, your unsecured debts are then settled for less than what you owe. The interest rates are not negotiated, but the overall debt amount is typically reduced. The industry average is actually 40 to 60%, helping you pay down the debt faster than just making minimum payments every month. You have one monthly program payment, and even though your creditors are contacted to obtain a settlement on your behalf, you still get to approve the final settlement amount. Another way a professional debt relief company can be helpful is if you get sued over your debt. Many creditors will attempt to collect on debts through lawsuits. So most reputable debt settlement companies will offer third-party options for limited legal representation if a creditor does take legal action. Some other consideration when utilizing a debt settlement company are the following. Typically, only unsecured debts can be enrolled, which means you cannot settle debts such as mortgages or auto loans or student loans. Also, Keep in mind that while you're participating in this type of program, it is likely that your credit score will be negatively impacted since you'll need to make the decision to stop paying your creditors for negotiation purposes. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the important factors to consider when you decide to use a debt settlement organization to assist you.
Overwhelmed with credit card debt, medical bills, or unsecured loans? Financial Rescue helps you pay off your debts in 24 to 48 months, reducing the amount you owe and slashing your monthly payments. Flexible programs, professionals dedicated to your success. We've helped thousands of people for over a decade. Ready to cut the ball and chain of debt for good? Contact us to find out how we can help. We're here for you. We're Financial Rescue.
Welcome back. Now let's discuss what factors to look for when you consider using a debt settlement company. Just like shopping for a car, home, or insurance policy, you should do your due diligence when researching a company to represent you in your debt settlement. As debt rates grow nationwide, so too do companies popping up claiming to solve all of your debt-related problems. Don't get caught up in too good to be true promises by fly-by-night firms. Here are some key points to consider when deciding on a debt settlement company. Review sites like Trustpilot or the Better Business Bureau can provide valuable insights into the company you're communicating with. Do they have a lot of good positive reviews? Do their customers seem happy and satisfied with the service they receive? There will always be some people who have a discontented experience, but overall, if the company has overwhelmingly positive reviews, you should feel confident in retaining their services. The longer a company has been in business, the more confident you can feel about the service they provide. Companies that put the clients first and work to address their needs stands the test of time. Those that don't. Regarding debt settlement firms, there is an added benefit of the length of time in business, as it is reflective of their success in negotiating settlements that benefit the consumer. Ultimately, more settlement success equals more savings for you, the consumer. Transparency is also very important. The debt settlement company you work with should be available to answer your questions. Your representative should maintain open lines of communication with you, whether it's a quick email or a longer inquiry over the phone. They should be open about explaining how the settlement process works with their company and setting expectations. Also, make sure any company you work with has IAPDA certified debt consultants that are trained in the best practices with debt settlement. Often when it comes to debt, many people are either unsure or whether to begin. Sometimes they feel overwhelmed or feel shame about being in this situation they're in. But it is important to understand that unmanageable debts affects millions of Americans, and especially more since the pandemic upended everyone's lives. If you find yourself in a similar circumstance, don't wait to do something about it. Whether you manage it on your own or have a company handle it for you, the sooner you start, the sooner you'll be able to focus on your goals and dreams. If you need help with that, I want to provide you a free gift today. Simply go to the URL on the screen to download your free copy of my new book, A to Z of Debt Relief. This book is a great resource for understanding debt and the many options you have to effectively deal with it. Some of it may even shock you. Financial Rescue is always looking for ways to improve our service, and I'm happy to report that we have quite a few new programs and initiatives to help serve our clients. First, for a limited time, I'm excited to announce that Financial Rescue is guaranteeing the lowest program payment for our debt relief services. We have also implemented our Debt Relief Stimulus Plan, which is a comprehensive program designed to make getting started with debt relief much easier for those who are struggling. This program provides $100 off enrollment for the first month and provides an ongoing reward of $50 for each referral that becomes a client. Next, I'd like to mention that we offer discounts to frontliners as well as students, veterans, and teachers. Those heroes who have been at the front lines of the pandemic for over a year now need financial assistance. And it goes without saying that students, teachers, and veterans can benefit from it as well. In addition to these special programs, Financial Rescue has added numerous new states for servicing like Hawaii and Illinois. Certain programs are only available in certain states, so it's best for those interested to talk to one of our certified debt consultants to see what they qualify for. I'll also mention that in addition to additional states, Financial Rescue has launched new debt relief options including debt validation and debt consolidation programs. Speak to one of our debt consultants to determine what is best for you. And of course, don't forget that Financial Rescue handles tax-related issues as well. We save our clients time and money and provide them peace of mind by resolving both current and previous year's tax filings. Lastly, I'll just mention that Financial Rescue has always maintained that providing education to consumers, whether they are clients or not, is a core value. And because of this, I would like to encourage everyone to visit our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe as we are always posting new videos full of valuable financial tips, advice, and education. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on our next episode.